So Stuart, last week was our first week back at pre-season. How do you think it went?
It was good. Really happy to be back. I got to the last couple of days of my holiday and I was itching to get back. Boys been off for 5 weeks now. It probably doesn't feel like that now, but they probably don't feel like that either. But Monday, Wednesday harder sessions. Monday we ended up doing the yo-yo test just to kind of see where we're at, and naturally where they are. They're good laddies and they won't lose fitness that quickly anyway, but they came back some really good scores, actually higher scores than where we were after Christmas last year across the board, so really happy where we're at. I think we're probably ahead of where we need to be. On Wednesday, I think I've gone soft on because we were going to do some track work and we ended up just actually doing an hour of football, and the standard was excellent. Standard was really good and we got quite a lot out of it. Distance was high, and then on Saturday we went down to Belhaven Beach. We did a wee bit of work, but to be honest, we had a wee barbecue with them. It's a wee social thing to kind of integrate the newer lads as well. So it was really good first week back, and boys are in good place. To be honest, I'm itching for the first game now, to be honest.
So Stuart, we can see there's a busy pre-season schedule ahead. How are you looking forward to these games?
Really excited for them. A lot of different games. A lot of teams that we've not played before. We played in Lithgow's one we've not played before. Inverkeithing, Edinburgh United. Those 3 games we've not played before. So that'll be good for them. One I'm interested in will be Tweedmouth. I played down in Tweedmouth for 2 years, so I know it was Neil Oliver who's no longer with them, but they'd organise it through, and they're a young side, which will be good for us, but they're a first team and they play men's football, so that'll be a good lesson for us. We've got quite young, so we've brought in 5 new lads who are all 16, so it'll be important for them to kind of get used to that. But it's again, it'll be different for all the boys that are kind of playing in it. But there's seven games in total. We're trying to get one this weekend, so that'll be 8. But I think boys naturally, the first 2 weeks of pre-season are always a wee bit hard, most of your hard work without games, and after that you get sharpness from all your pre-season games. Big believer in the boys need to be playing, and come the first game of the season you'd like to think we'd hit the ground running. But lots of big clubs in here as well. Trinent, Lithgow, who both got first teams in the Lowland League. So no, it'll be good. Really excited for them. Actually, I can't wait to get the game started, to be honest. Believe it or not, it's not my favourite watching boys run the track and do pre-season in that sense. So games are good games. Looking forward to it. Yeah.
So with 5 new signings this year, Stuart, what do we expect to see?
It's exciting. Naturally, because of the age, I was speaking to James Stuart about this today actually, is that naturally this kind of age group, kind of majority of our players ending last season were kind of S5, S6 or first year leavers. So understandably their career comes first, so there's always going to be movement of players, of boys going to uni, the work kind of taking importance, and as I said before, it's important you're always strengthening, you're always recruiting. So the boys we've brought in are doing that. We've brought in 3 from Harrington, under 16s from last year, so they'll all be 16 to start the season. 2 set of halves in Finlay Goldie and Thomas Allan, 2 top players. Both won awards at the kind of the evening on Friday. Thomas left-footed, aggressive, proper defender. Same with Finlay. No your conventional kind of 6'5" set of half, but again aggressive, quick across the ground, can handle the ball, good defender. And then we brought in Ali as well from Harrington. Every time I've seen him play, he scored. And I've said this I think in the wee write-up, but whatever level you're at, if you've got someone who can score goals, then brilliant. So those 3 will be good, getting to know each other, so that's nice for them to come in. Then we've also brought in Lyle Roberts, again someone who trained with us from probably actually December last season. He wasn't 16 yet, was playing with Kelso. Quiet laddie, big, strong, but he's technically excellent as well. He actually did really well last week as well, as all the boys did, but did really well last week. Quiet lad, but technically excellent. Get across the pitch, give us another option which we need in that area of the pitch. And then last but certainly not least is Kia. Kia played eagle-eyed, Seaside will see that he played in the last season. Again, let's set half, but he can play in the field as well. which is something we'll probably try as well throughout pre-season. Big, strong, aggressive. The three centre halves they brought in, especially are centre halves that are big, strong, and aggressive, and proper defenders. That's no slight on the boys we've had. Just to be honest, that's an area of the pitch where I think we lacked a wee bit of depth. And then we've still obviously got U20’s, which is another great option, who did really well last season. So I feel we strengthened areas we needed to strengthen, and these boys again are young, talented, but they're good laddies as well. So I think we've signed the right types. So no, really looking forward to them. Like, can't wait to see them hit the ground running. To be honest, they'll be good.
So Stuart, with the newly formed leagues coming out last week, what are your first impressions?
Couldn't be much more difficult. Nah, I'm looking forward to it. They're great. They're really good. I think it's a sensible decision to go and regionalise it, especially kind of. To be fair, I thought our league was really good in the sense that we had some nice trips all over, and it wasn't too kind of one place. But travelling to Fife and things, it's hard going for young laddies. So sensible decision to go and regionalise it, and also now we've got two local derbies in there, three local derbies in there. Tough, Lothian, who won their Conference B last year, Nitton won Conference D, Musselburgh came second in R1, Pennycook came third, I want to say off the top of my head. So tough, but we strengthened. And that's why we went on the 20s last year, was to go and push them on and to test them, and this year's no different. The boys who have been here last season, they're a year kind of older and know the level a bit better now, and it's their responsibility with ours to go and help the younger lads in the squad. I'm really looking forward to it, because every week's a competitive game. Every week's a competitive game against top players kind of across this region. So I'm gonna get back a bit early on Friday night. So no, it'll be really good. Looking forward to it. Tough games, but that's what you want at this level. You want to challenge the boys. You want them to kind of be pushed to their max. So really looking forward to it.
Finally, Stuart, what are your aims and aspirations for this season?
First and foremost, let's try and get as many under 20s into Kevin's first team. That's why ultimately we're here. It's not necessarily win under 20s trophies and games. It's to go and get boys into Kevin's first team. I'd be lying if you're saying that we're not also here to go and try and install a winning mentality in boys and go and develop them. We'll set targets amongst ourselves. I think we want to build on last year's position. Equally, the league's harder, so it'll be a tough one. We'll probably give it a couple of weeks, 3 or 4, until we see what the level's like, to go and set targets and things officially within amongst ourselves. But again, same as last season, is to go and compete every single week, and to be honest, it's probably not start the way that we did last year. If we didn't start the way we did last year, I'd be interested to see where we finished, to be honest, because I think it isn't all about this, but if you look at the form guide towards the end of last season, from kind of January to May, we'd have been up there. We'd have been up there towards the top end of the league. So it's start properly in that start, and we've tried to say it to the boys here. The start of the season is really important, but ultimately go and finish as high as you can, go and compete, but also go and try and get as many boys as we possibly can in Kevin's first team.